Alright, hi guys, it's Laura, coming to you from my bed again. I love doing these videos in bed. I think it's always because I'm tired at the end of the day. I didn't write notes today, so if I ramble, it's because I didn't write any notes. Excuse me. But I told you guys that I would post after I went to the support group at the Huntington Memorial Hospital in Pasadena, California. And I did that today. It started around 7 o'clock. I ended up getting there late because I thought it was in the auditorium that the seminar was in, and it turns out it wasn't. It was across the hospital in one of the rooms off of the cafeteria, ironically enough, off the cafeteria, where all the food is kept. So it was interesting. Walked in, there was about 6 other people there, I being the 7th one, and including the doctor. They were all older, probably 40 and over. I think the doctor, I don't know how old the doctor is. But it was interesting. It turns out that there was 2 women there, older women, 60 and above, who were the ones who were lap banded. I thought I was going to walk in and see a whole room full of skinny people. But I didn't. The one woman had just been banded about 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks ago. And another one, I guess she's had the lap band for a couple of years. And she's still coming to the support group to, she's the one who's always there to see people. And apparently there's normally a lot more people there, but there wasn't this time, probably because it was raining or something. And then there was the doctor, and then there was another woman there who was probably in her 40s. She was starting the process of being banded. Had seen the surgeon and everything, and started talking to the insurance companies and things like that. She brought her parents along with her so that they can kind of understand a little bit of what she wants to get done. Because, there are a lot of people out there who know what the lap band is, and then there's a lot of people who just don't know what it is. It's not part of their frame of reference. I mean, they see ads for it and stuff, but they don't really understand what it is. And so, I thought it was really nice of them to come to understand what it's about and what a support group is there for you to do. So, about, 4 or 5 minutes after I walked in, the doctor asked me to introduce myself. Where I am in my journey, and what I want to hope to get out of this. So I kind of felt like I was in school again. But I, told him my name and told him where I'm at. I'm in the process of, I don't even know where to put myself. I'm considering it. I'm more than considering it. I want to get it done. But I'm waiting a while because I have, restrictions on work. It's better for me to take time off during the summer. Funds is not really a restriction. Insurance is going to be a restriction because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do a 6-month diet, which is just cruel because you don't go to weight loss surgery if diet works for you. And restrictions on, I'm getting married in May and I don't want to have to buy a whole new dress. I mean, if I could get banded tomorrow, I would. Just to start it off, just to get the process, get the ball going, not having to wait, but I know I'm going to have to. So I guess that's where I am. I'm in the process of starting it, but I have to wait. So it's kind of like it's catch-22, double-edged sword. I guess that's what it says. That's what the term is. And then I started talking about a little bit of my history, talking about my parents, and I started to cry, and I felt so stupid. Crying in front of these people, and, the doctor said, I kept apologizing, and the doctor said it was okay, because that's what a support group is there for. It supports you during hard times. I told them about my parents, and, when I told them that my dad died about, 3 weeks ago, there was kind of a silence that went over the room that, wow, this is really, she's had hard times, and this could really change her life. And so it felt, I felt the love, I guess, in the room. There was a couple, I think 2 of the women actually started to tear up. So, I don't want to be the sad case. I don't want to be the person that everybody's always worried about. But, it's nice to know that people can recognize the struggle that I'm going through. And, anyway, so we started talking. There was just talking back and forth. We were there for probably about an hour and a half. It was supposed to go till 9 o'clock, but they finished early. Makes sense. The conversation kind of dulled down and there was nothing really left to talk about. A lot of my questions were towards the doctor and towards the two women. Mostly towards the doctor. It was kind of like a free consultation or a free, conversation with him. Asked him different questions like, where is the lap band placed? Which he said, I told him, in videos it looks like it's pretty much on the esophagus. And he says it kind of is, because if you get it towards the softer tissue of the stomach, the thinner the tissue is, the more likely it is to expand. And so if you have that part on your stomach, then, your stomach's just gonna, like the band is here, your stomach is just gonna go over that and expand. So it doesn't really help. So it is kind of really close to the esophagus. I mean, it's meant to hold only, 2 ounces at first, which is like, it's like 2 shots. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous is my favorite word, by the way. Anyway, other questions, like I asked the ladies, I've wanted to know for a while, nobody really talked about, do you feel the band? When you're walking around, can you feel it? Does it move? I mean, it's not supposed to move, but like when you're like walking or something, can you feel it? And they said no, after a while, the port area that's on your side, whichever side, heals up and you can't really feel it. And you kind of forget that it's there except for when you're eating. A woman talked about how protein shakes, there were some chocolate protein shakes that have really helped her get through her chocolate cravings. I was like, oh, that's a good one. I gotta remember that because I love me some chocolate. Chocoholic. Let's see what else. There was just a whole bunch of different things, and if anyone out there is considering lap band, I would recommend, I get the hiccups. I would recommend finding a pre-op and post-op support group so you can go and just ask questions, listen to other concerns. There was insurance questions being thrown around. There was, questions about like what certain terminology is. Terminology. Like fills and BPs and sliming and foaming. And, actually the 2 women who have had the surgery done had never even heard of those terms. And, the doctor, he's really nice. And he's, but he was like, don't always trust stuff that you hear on YouTube and it's people complaining about things. And here I am posting a video on YouTube about the doctor talking about anti-YouTube. So, but there's some videos out there that are really good. I really like Banded Wendy. She's my favorite. And then there's also Liz Loves Her Lap Band. Little shout out to her. She's a younger woman from Australia who's, going through the surgery, and it kind of helps. I'm 27, so I'm not like that young. But it's nice to hear from her perspective because she used to be a nurse, and so she's able to tell different sides of the stories and stuff. So those are my shout-outs to the 2 faves. Let's see what else. There was just a whole bunch of stuff that was talked about. I don't even remember. I didn't write much of it down. But just, things that would pop into my head, I would just ask about. Like, one of my questions, though, was, do you think the younger generation, 30 and under, I guess, do you think they should just suck it up? And this was my question to the surgeon. Do you think they should just suck it up and try harder? And he said, it's really hard for somebody who's morbidly obese to do, to really start a diet and keep it going. And an exercise routine and keep it going because there's like I said before, a 99% failure rate for diet and exercise in morbidly obese people. And he said that again, and it's just not, it's not easy. There's that small percent, like in those commercials, results are not typical for diet and exercise. But for lap band, results are typical. You will lose the weight as long as you follow, like Wendy says, the rules, and you listen to your band. Listen to your body. Listen to, what you need to do. Do the exercise. Follow the plan, and you will succeed. And, after leaving the meeting, I was just like, okay, come on, let's go. I want to get this done. Let's do this tomorrow. I'm ready. I'm ready, but my insurance company's not ready. Thank you. So that's kind of annoying, but, it'll get done. Whether it's tomorrow or 6 months from now, it'll get done, and I will live a healthy life. I will be healthy, You know, skinny's not really something, you know, I Inspire did a video a while ago about being skinny, and, you know, that's another video for me. But, you know, being the skinny one is not really, it's not something I care about. But it is going to be different to be skinny. But I want to be healthy, and I want to be here. When I have children, I want to be here. I want to be here until I see my grandchildren, which is something both my parents weren't able to do. And I want to be able to be inspiring to my children and show them that, you know, it was hard for me, but I did the best I could. And look, I changed my life around, and I'm a new person. And so I'm ready. I'm ready for that to start. So I really hope it's an easy process for me to get everything done. And going to the support group really helped support me. It really made me know what I want. So I hope all of you have a good night and a good tomorrow, and I'll update you when I can. Bye.